Selling your parents' home, avoid these costly mistakes. When you are burdened with the job of having to sell your parents' home because maybe something tragically happened and your parents passed away, or they've been put in a position where they can no longer make decisions on their own. So many people have been through that, including myself, and to the tragedy of Alzheimer's and other things like that. And you're given this burden to have to make major decisions. So what are the three most costly mistakes that happen in these situations? Number one is when the siblings are not getting along, that are involved in part of this decision-making process, and they're just at each other's throats for their own personal reasons. And so really finding a way to get the siblings together or the trusts together to be able to get a single point of contact for the professionals to speak with, who can run and help with the decision making that has to take place. Because a lot of these decisions that get made have financial consequences for each decision that is made. That could have a major effect on what's going to happen to the sale of the home, the sales price on the home, and potentially the happiness in life of those that are going to benefit from the sale of the property, including the parents if you need to take care of them. Figuring out some way to get the family together, to get that single point of decision maker, one person in charge who's going to handle those decisions. And number two, rushing. Slow down if at all possible. Slow the process down to make sure that what you're doing to prep this process is done properly. And preparation has to do with a lot of different things. Picking the timing of when this asset is sold, getting the home prepared so it can maximize sales price if maximizing sales price is important. We certainly run across families like they don't care about that, they just want it sold today. Well, those sellers probably are not going to maximize the sales price. Maybe that's not important to them. But if it is, slow that process down so you can have a professional conversation with your real estate broker, a stager, contractors, any of those things that might be helpful in maximizing the price. And number three, the biggest, most common mistake I see happen over and over again is because there's so many family decision makers trying to figure out who to hire. They hire the wrong person. They hire someone because they've known them for 22 years, and it's a realtor who's had a license for 22 years, but only sold a half of a house once. And so they don't really have that experience. So taking the time to hire experienced professionals in all aspects of the sale of the home, whether you need a trust lawyer involved, you need professionals involved to get the home prepped, you need to hire a professional real estate broker to get the job done, to get it sold, get it marketed, negotiate it. Hiring professionals in this situation is critical to making sure that you do not lose the fortune that you've been entrusted to try to solve for your parents. If you're burdened or have this opportunity to be able to be involved in a situation like this where you have to sell a family estate, a home, whether it's small or big, focus on number one, getting a single point decision maker within the family. Number two, hire professionals. And number three, slow the process down enough that you have enough time to be able to analyze, to be able to make the right decision. Good luck in your process.